can startle me into orgasm these days.
What about
Yes,
Bigfoot?
the internet was the end of libido.
What about Bigfoot murdering people on a weed farm? Is that something new, or already you're done with it?
No, we did. That was what the Grave Nugget was about.
No, I meant sexually. You're done with it?
Nah. I thought it was something for a second, but nah.
Well, we tried.
I'm over it. Wait, who are the people?
You and me.
Oh.
The listeners, we're all people.
No, the people who got murdered by Bigfoot.
Oh, they were weed farmers.
Yeah, no.
So just make sure if you're a weed farmer, and this is from the Grave Nugget, you're not supposed to know this, but just a little taste of what we talk about every week. Bigfoot's out there murdering people on the weed farms.
Bigfoot's out there murdering people on the weed farms. You hear about it. He tore them limb from limb. Bigfoot murdered those poor hippies. Or did he? News at 11.
Only patrons will know for sure.
So what are we talking about? I guess this is Werewolf Radar.
Well, let's
why don't we
introduce
take
the show.
Yeah, I'm trying to cook up a Monstroko product in my head. So why don't you guys vamp for a second? And,
Did I start it too early?
Yeah, maybe we'll start
Possibly.
here.
Well, I mean, we can vamp. How's your day, Nate? Have you been bitten by any monster as of late?
Well, I've been bitten by several small monsters, so nothing really to worry about. I got attacked by a gnome on the way out of my house, which is pretty usual. There's a gnome nest that the neighbor refuses to take down. They believe that they're getting something out of it, like they're protecting their house or some shit. But as far as I can tell, all they're doing is attacking dogs, some stray cats, and me every time I leave the house. So that's annoying.
You're getting gnome clouds.
Yeah, I'm getting gnome clouds. They're nipping at my heels and ankles.
They nip at your ankles. You wake up with little like bites. I get that sometimes. It's it's spring. The gnomes are blooming, and I have allergies, so I sneeze them before I start sneezing before they actually come, and then before I can get in the house and put some salt down.
I had the biggest fear of gnomes growing up. You know why?
David the Gnome?
No.
Well, because because they're terrifying and they want to mine your body for minerals.
Yeah, Stephen King's fucking cat eyes.
Oh, yeah.
And gnome just stealing, I guess, mining the soul of that girl.
I was taking her breath.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like it.
Yeah. Except for the cat would help.
Yeah, the cat would.
Cats are the anti-gnomes. Cats in the periodic table of elements are the opposite of gnomes.
Some paranormal preparedness right up top at the beginning of the episode.
Got a gnome problem? Get a cat.
Or if you already have a pet gnome, don't get a cat. They will not mix. You know?
They do not mix. They're not like cats and dogs where they can learn to love each other. No.
Cats
this
and
is
gnomes
like
are the
sharks.
oil and water of
This
the
is like sharks and
world.
wounded dolphin. All right, they just don't get along.
Emotionally wounded. A shark can spot an emotionally wounded dolphin from 6 miles away. They can smell them, and then they move in for the kill. They start up a relationship for a couple of months.
They gaslight the dolphin into a suicide pact.
Yeah, it's very dense.
They don't follow through.
If there is more than 6 emotions per million parts of water, the shark can smell it.
Yep, it's true. It's true. It's devastating what's happening to the dolphins out there. Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between and beyond, welcome to Werewolf Radar, the world's premier paranormal preparedness podcast. My name's Jordan Dahl.
I'm Nate Balding.
And I'm Roger Norquist.
Today's episode of Werewolf Radar is brought to you by Monstroko brand fully awake full head masks. Are you terrified to go to sleep for some reason? Slap this Monstroko fully awake full head mask on, and you'll look like a very, very awake, very alert man all through the night. Mostly breathable. Monstroko. What the hell?
Oh my god.
These are excellent products. I'm really glad with the new mask arm that Monstroko started at the beginning of COVID. Some of the stuff they're coming up with, it's I'm going to be wearing these masks well after I'm vaccinated, well after COVID's gone, well after the Earth has turned into a cinder, blotted out by the expanding sun.
I have to go to the DMV here in a couple of weeks. I'm gonna pop one of these things on, coast right through it. Talk
Nice.
to the mask. The mask is a fully awake, fully alert man. Go ahead, take the picture, do what you need to do, sign, and send me out. I'll wake up back in the car with my brand new driver's license. And yeah, it's not, the picture isn't me. It's the mask. It's the awake mask.
You just now have to wear it whenever you go into a dispensary or a bar or
which I was
going to
be doing
or get pulled over.
anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
the mask is now you. You're now mask life.
Did you get one of the synthetic masks, or did you go for the organic?
Oh yeah, no, I got the full tan leather ones.
Okay,
Nice.
I mean, because getting another person's real face is the way to go.
Yeah. That's, this is, Monstroko quality. They're not messing around. This is, you see somebody wearing one of these, you're like, wow, oh, that guy is awake. I will not strike now.
I will wait 10 minutes and return to see if he is less awake.
This guy never sleeps,
And
is what they'll be saying.
He's never asleep, yeah. That is one of the main things. It'll keep, every time someone breaks into your room, which, as we all know, happens between 6 and 1,000 times per night.
Depending on how valuable the things in your room are.
Yeah. But guaranteed at least 6. These people are turned away by your awake mask.
Get a Monstroko brand fully awake, full head mask. Just slip it on before you go to sleep. It's comfortable-ish. You can breathe.
Ish.
Ish. Yeah, some air gets in through the head holes, but it's better than being assassinated in your sleep, isn't it? Monstroko, what the fuck?
Let me tell you how many monarchs would have loved this thing in the medieval times.
You know what I like to do?
6.
I like to... I like to turn it around, put it on backwards. People think that I have eyes in the back of my head when they come to assassinate. And half of the time, they'll pull the covers off to assassinate me, and they'll see the head, looking back at them, and they'll get so scared that they'll accidentally assassinate themselves.
That, first of all, is going to be my costume this Halloween. It's just a mask backwards, and be like, I got eyes in the back of my head.
Who am I? Well, I'm a guy with this fucking head on backwards. Happy Halloween. It's terrifying.
I win Halloween, right?
Yeah, you've done it. So as we know, it is March Monsters and Mayhem Madness. March Mummies, Monsters, Mayhem Madness. What was
Close
it?
enough. March Mummies and Monsters Madness.
March Mummies and Monster Mouths.
Yes.
And it's almost over. So we got 9 days left in March. Wait, longer? How many days have March?
Well,
31.
It's the 21st for all the ones on the Twitch stream. When you're hearing this, probably it's the 22nd. So we'll have 9 days left. Yes.
Yeah.
There's 31 days in
be...
March because I have 16 knuckles for March.
No, that's...
I'm pretty sure I'm doing the math right.
That's either too many or too few knuckles. I'm not sure. Well, who's got some stuff for the people? Who wants to pitch some
I'll go first, Wildly.
Or Monsters Mayhem? Go ahead.
All right. So we've talked about them already this month. But the dogman has been haunting a man for years with multiple alleged sightings.
Okay.
And this is from popculture.com, written by one Michael Hine. And it goes as such. A man in the UK has captivated the internet with his account of at least 5 encounters with the dogman cryptid. Colin Kelty called in to When Cryptids Call, a new cryptozoological podcast hosted by Lee Solway.
I'm already subscribed as of just hearing it.
Where listeners are invited to share their encounters and theories. And once again, we did it for Ghost. If you have any encounters or just want to talk cryptids or want to share your theory, we will do the same thing as well. Hit us up at Werewolf Radar
even if you just
Twitter.
have some real weird ideas.
Try us.
Try us. So far, Kelty's tales have taken the cake for listeners. Kelty told the podcast that he had at least 2 strange encounters when he was a child, which he now believes are related to cryptozoology or some sort of supernatural phenomenon. The real center of his story, however, were 2 encounters with the so-called dogman, the first which was on October 4th, 1990, when Kelty said that he saw a half-man, half-canine monster while he was on a backtracking trip from East Hole, Hornsey, in the UK. The whole thing took place in a public park in Hatfield.
Well,
Kelty said,
I mean, you want to do it in the public just to make sure that there's no funny business.
Yes, that is when you want to break up with the significant other. It is when you want to see the dogman, especially.
If you buy something off a Craigslist for a person-to-person exchange, public area.
Kelty said he was walking alone around 8:30 p.m. under a bright full moon when he saw something odd in the hedges. He says, I kept looking at it, like, is it a cow? Is it a deer? I thought it just looked like a dog's back legs, but then I thought, hold on, where's its front legs?
So wait, he saw a dog's. He thought he saw a dog's back legs, and he thought maybe it's a deer.
Listen, he's just trying to get through the best he can.
So I assume he saw some weird legs and walked closer to it, and then he was like, "Is that a cow? Is it a deer? No, it's Superman.
It's something new."
Yes.
Gotcha.
Kelty was trying to decide how much danger he was in when a friend happened to pass by and offer him a ride. He said,
Hey, what you looking at there, Kelty?
What you doing out by them hedges?
Oh, some kind of a dog deer, is it? Well, better get in the truck. No, right in the back. Pig's up here with me.
He said he could still see this dog standing there, but his friend did not notice. I said, look, there's a dog standing in the gate hole.
Interesting.
He looked at me and said, Cole, you're working a lot of hours. Get some rest.
Whoa. That's really strange, though. That's interesting.
It seems like it was, I mean, you know, like when you're just driving by, it could be just something really small on the horizon and only one sees it because they're trained on it. But it also kind of seems like it was clear, very clear to Kelty, but his friend showed up and it wasn't a thing he could see at all.
Yeah, this takes it from the realm of a cryptid into, you know, possible spectral.
Yeah, maybe an interdimensional thing that his eyes could train on.
Maybe a hallucination. Maybe he is sick.
A projection.
Maybe he is working too many hours.
Who knows?
Well, here's the thing: if he's projecting the dog man in the bushes, who's to say he's not projecting this friend who miraculously showed up to save him from the protection of the dog man?
Maybe that's why the friend has no name.
That's a good point. Yeah. Maybe that's why he's unnamed, precisely.
All right. Oh my god, that one killed me.
Keep going.
Kelty said he remained fixated on the dogman after that, especially since he thought it might be related to 2 supernatural encounters from his childhood.
One time I saw a dog, and another time I saw a man.
He admitted that he had nightmares about it periodically, waking up screaming and covered in sweat.
Yikes.
However,
in fur with the deer flesh in his mouth. Sorry.
However, gross. However,
he is the dog man.
He did not admit his suspicions to anyone until September 2015. The original sighting was 1990, for a reminder. And when he set out on another wilderness adventure to seek it out. Kelty said he was hiking through a section of private forest when he found a massive pile of poo.
Yeah!
That he believed could only belong to the dogman.
Hilarious. Why? What makes... you know what? I don't want to know why it could only belong to the dogman.
You see, I assume that Kelty had pictures of a lot of dog poop.
Yeah.
And he had pictures of a lot of man poop.
Oh, God.
And he just was, like, looking, like, switching them real fast back and forth in front of his eyes.
Oh, you know he's got some kind of a Rolodex situation or, like, a chart matching colors and stuff, tasting it when no one's looking. It's gross. Yeah, go ahead. He found dog poop. I know it's from the dogman. It's full of burgers and bones.
He continued in that direction, explaining, as I was coming to the stream, I thought, what's that smell? Oh man, this is putrid. Really foul.
It smells like
I'm definitely going to keep going towards it.
It smells like a wet dog wearing Old Spice. It smells like dog and a man.
Then I heard this thud, 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 and I thought, what the heck is that? So I stopped, and this thing stopped.
It's the dog man. He's playing the bass line from Icky Thump. Oh shit! He loves the drums.
Kelty tried calling out to see if it was another human, but got no answer. Then he continued trying to get a glimpse of the massive, smelly creature, but said it mirrored his movements. Which, how do you know it is if you already didn't see the monster?
Fair. Fair.
He said
he just saw it a little bit.
He saw it enough to know if I raised my left hand, it's raising its right hand, thus mirroring me.
Sure.
He said, all this time, the hairs on the back of my neck stood up. The smell was putrid. I got on all fours to see through the bracken. Then I got up.
Now who's the dog man?
Then I got back up, and it got back up. I started walking slowly, and this thing followed me, speeding up, and when I sped up. When I got to the end... Go on.
I feel like maybe he's just seeing his reflection in some still waters or something. And like the way that an animal might react to that by thinking it's something mimicking it.
It's really sounding more and more like he's just working a lot.
Yeah, and continuing to work, and then he took a break off, and he promised his partner that he would not go hunting for the dog man.
He's gonna
get rest.
You promise you're not gonna go looking for it again, right?
I promise.
Okay. I mean, I looked in your truck and you have a lot of dog treats.
Get out of my truck! Then kicks him and goes into the forest. All right, so it goes on. When I got to the end, I glanced over and there's this... Well, I don't know what the heck it was. I don't know what to say. It was huge and hairy. Once again, this man's English, not Southern.
Sure. Had a big
that accent goes all over the place.
Had a big shaggy mane, and he was wearing a necktie and carrying a briefcase. I think it's so funny that it's like the dog man is like doing man things. I'll work on a script on my own.
So he goes on and he says, I thought that this was the dog man because of the smell. So he associates definitely, and smell is a great marker for memories. Mm-hmm. So he has this smell that is so ingrained in his mind that the memory of his dogman encounters are all tied by this smell.
Sure.
Which I guess this poop had the smell too.
It's that dog.
That's how he knew. So these are like ingrained in him from the 2 encounters that he had as a youth, right? Presumably.
Yes. Yeah. It seems so. And then others. He has 5 encounters. Kelty dismissed the theory that it might be someone in a costume pulling a prank on him, since no one knew he would be out in the woods that day. He also described at least one other encounter, which he said his wife could corroborate. However, he said that he wasn't insistent on the dogman explanation, since he has seen strange things all his life.
I've seen 5 dogmen. I've seen 8 mummies. I've seen 12 vampires.
His ending interview quote goes on to end like this. Fun way to say it, but my brain broke there. I like to think that these things are real, but I'm open-minded about the supernatural. I do really think these things move about the country through the green belts. I've had loads of stories of factories where there's a green belt out the back and something's gone crashing through, something large that we can't explain. Bigger than a deer, massive, and black.
Bigger than a man.
And as we all know,
smaller than a dog.
We've talked about the things. There's there's legends and stories of large panthers,
Mm-hmm.
large black dogs,
Sure.
werewolves, all sorts of things in the English countryside.
Very true.
Who's to say the dogman just isn't joining the fray?
Yeah, that's I mean.
Also, on popculture.com, trending news, it's this story about the dogman, and then right below it, fast food fish sandwiches, all the best places for your Friday Lent meal.
Fish sandwiches are popping off. It's so weird. It's such a weird thing to have a moment.
I like how the pop culture trending page is just like all the news stories, from paranormal to fish sandwiches. Got it for you.
Yeah, all the news that's fit to print.
Popeye's new haunted salmon.
Get out of here! The first fucking sandwich they talk about is Popeyes.
Of course they do. They're doing good stuff.
Anyway, that's my segment. I guess I'm gonna call it Dogman Days.
Dogman Days. I love it. Come on down to Dogman Days. The Dogman is such a weird cryptid because it sounds like something that would be delightful. It sounds like you would run into the Dogman and it would be like, what a weekend. I saw the Dogman. I scratched his tummy. I made a wish. It was incredible. But it's not. There are these harrowing encounters that leaves people like shaken to the core.
And it has a Bigfoot element in that there does seem to be a large primate in most continents of the world. On top of that, it seems that there's a dogman in both America and Europe.
I'm starting to think that these things aren't as concrete as we want them to be. That it's just like, Bigfoot is fluid, man. Bigfoot is the dogman. Dogman is the Bigfoot.
I could definitely see that. I bet, calls of werewolves might be a Bigfoot dogman situation in some places.
Sure, very much so. Interesting. Anyway, keep your eyes peeled for that dogman. Keep some treats in your truck.
Yep. If we know one thing about dogmen, it is that they love nibbles.
They love nibbles.
They love kibbles. Carry a bag. This segment's been sponsored by Nibbles and Kibbles.
Mm-hmm.
Now, who would like to go next?
I would love to go next, guys. I